Hey guys, welcome back to RHR Jen. You guys, I am feeling better. I'm getting better. I'm recovering still, but man, it's been a week. But I just wanted to bring you another best of, and then I will be bringing you brand new content very soon. And I'm so excited to come back and talk to you some more. I missed you all. Thank you for all the lovely comments you've left. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for watching these videos, these best ofs. I'm on the mend. I appreciate that so much. But without further ado, shall we take a look at some of her fashion disasters? I love revisiting these. So in today's episode, we're going to be looking at fashion disasters, times where she did the opposite of what the protocol was, and crazy expensive outfits along the way. So these are my compilations, my best of. So if you hear me say something out of date, that's because I've pulled it from an older video. But you get the idea. Thanks so much for being here. Thank you for supporting. Let's take a look at some disasters, shall we? We are going to have some fun. You guys, I found a list of what they're calling Regal regulations. It's basically some of the rules that the royal family tend to stick to in terms of dressing and appearance. And we're going to go through them. We're going to see how Catherine gets it right and Meghan gets it oh so wrong. This list is sure to tick some people off, so I'm here for it. Thank you guys for being here. I can't wait to take a look at all this because there's some doozy examples in this one. You guys, thanks so much for being here. Honk honk, everybody. So I found this list out of Daily Mail, and I really wanted to go point by point and take a look. Now, side note, there's going to be exceptions to every rule. There's going to be times where it'll say, you're only supposed to wear pink nail polish, and then, Catherine will show up in red nails. It's something she's more recently done. So there's going to be exceptions, but I'm talking in general here. In general, these are things that they are supposed to abide by. It's mostly set by the Queen, but it had been a lot of tradition that it sounds like from researching this. It sounds like a lot of tradition would set up, these rules. So let's take a look. Let's have some laughs. And here we go. From weighted hemlines to strict rules on cleavage, avoid. Royal women face sartorial minefield and 29-point barrage of Regal regulations. Now, side note, the weighted hemlines was interesting. I learned about this when I was putting this together. Do you know what that is? I found out that the Queen would have the people hand making her items or tailoring her items add in little weights to the hemline, because then if there's a gust of wind, it would keep things perfectly in place. How interesting is that? I didn't know that. I think that I love learning details like that. They have the best designers, jewelry, stylists that money can buy. Then how on earth do you explain a disaster like this? My goodness. But royal women have to negotiate sartorial minefield every time they step out in public. Some are the practical, no-nonsense habits developed over time. Others, merely the result of a monarch's whim. Here are some of the more important royal do's and don'ts, from guidelines on which shade of nail polish are acceptable to strict rules on cleavage. All right, I picked a fun one for out of the gate. You ready for this? Oh, you're ready for this. Here we go. Avoid wrinkly fabrics. Should I give you like 10 minutes to let the laughter subside? I know, I can't stop laughing either. Okay, let's start with a ray of sunshine, shall we? Let's start with Catherine. Polished, pressed, beautiful. Rarely a wrinkle in sight. Now, I don't want to discuss it, but I know we just went through this at Wimbledon. She looked beautiful in that green dress, but there were wrinkles. That's honestly one of the few times I've seen her have a misstep like that. I would say that was the exception, and in general, like I said at the beginning of this video, we see her perfectly polished, not wrinkled, very well thought out, very well tailored, fitted. Everything looks great on her outfits. Now, let's switch gears on this one. Oh boy, where do we start? I know, I'll start here. I actually have a whole video called Wrinkled where I go over the many wrinkled looks of Meghan. She loves to wear a white shirt, but it's never pressed right. It never hangs right. It's just never right. And more often than not, even now that she's stepped down from royal life, whatever that means, she when she's wandering around the parking lot, she's still often wrinkled. Okay, the next one, you ready? Royal women should always have neat hair. The question I have is, is Meghan like screwing with us? Is she trying to break every single one of these? I think so too. All right, let's take a look. Okay, so for here, I pulled some of my favorite styles on Catherine. It's always neat, shiny, polished. You rarely see her have a misstep in this department either. Beautiful. I'm actually completely jealous. I would love to have hair like this. Unfortunately, I don't. Okay, then we have Meghan. My goodness. Were we even trying? Again, I do want to point out a lot of the pictures and examples, no, all of them I'm pulling, are from her time with the royal family. I'm not even going into how messy it has stayed since she left. I'm talking about as a working royal, if you can call her that, she just continued to get this wrong. Messy. If you don't believe me, I have several videos on this. Go watch it. Messy. Seriously, though, what is going on? I've talked about this. I have this theory she was going for like a sexy look, but just missed it and landed in a completely different look. Light socket, anybody? I'm not sure. It looks completely unkempt. Okay, senior royals use bright colors to good effect. So this was something else that I had learned. I'd learned it a while ago that was something that the Queen had insisted upon. She encouraged them to wear bright colors so that way when they're in a crowd, that they can stand out, that people can instantly recognize them. So again, while pulling pictures of Catherine, you notice she'll wear most colors under the rainbow. She looks beautiful in colors, and she often is seen wearing very bright colors, again, to have the desired effect of being able, so that way when people are in a crowd, they can easily spot her. Then we have this beige mess right here. Okay, let's talk about this. She tries to use this in her Oprah interview to play victim again. She's like, oh, I wasn't allowed to, whatever she said. Like, we weren't supposed to wear the same colors as other senior working royals, so I often wore beige. Let me tell you what I think actually happened. Obviously, they told her about the bright colors thing, and since she was determined to be an a-hole at every step of the way, she's like, all right, you want me to wear bright colors? I'll wear beige. You want me to have neat hair? I'll go messy, So I truly believe this was just all to be contrary. That's honestly to be disruptive. Okay, the next one, it's not appropriate to display cleavage. Obviously, the Queen wasn't doing this. I've heard many stories of Catherine when she picks out pieces. She'll have the designer sew in, like if a panel's missing around the chest, she'll have extra material added, that sort of thing, to keep things pretty modest. Okay, I did some digging and I found that's an example of what I'm talking about. Okay, this was 2016, a reception at Kensington Palace. Now, the thing on the left is how the dress originally looked. On the right, it's actually illusion panel, so it's nude underneath. So there is no, this dress would be very revealing without it. So there's no reveal at all. But I love this color. Side note, it's one of my favorite shades of blue. She looks gorgeous here. Okay, so Meghan goes a different route. She decides, it's fine, I'll show some cleavage. And I will say it's not in a lot of her looks that you see it, but there were a couple. And so we have this one as well as this one. Don't be distracted by the intense robotic stare. Here you go right here. You can see that there is cleavage on display. This was again on a royal duty that she was wearing this. Okay, so here's one that's fascinating to me. This one says you should wear clothing to honor a host country. Now, what they mean is usually they will make sure that they're wearing a designer local to the place that they're visiting. Now, let me talk about this incident right here. Okay, so I'm starting off with these two. They were gifted these hats in Australia, and I'll never be able to say the name right. I apologize, my Australian friends. Is it Akabara? I hope I'm saying that right. The beautiful hats that they were gifted while they were visiting Australia. Okay. These two a-holes couldn't even be bothered to try them on. They were encouraged. It was very awkward, but they couldn't be bothered. Instead, you have them pulling faces like this. Again, they are a guest in Australia. They are there on royal duty. They couldn't even be bothered to pretend like they like them, right? They couldn't even be bothered. Meanwhile, you have these ray of sunshines. Look at this. William and Catherine were on a tour in Canada and were gifted these Stetson hats. I love this picture so much, and it's not that I care about Stetson hat. Just look what good sports they are. I can't imagine they were overly thrilled to have these big old hats on their head, but who cares? You are gifted these things. You put them on. If I'm in England and I'm gifted one of those big furry hats, those tall ones that the guards wear, I'm putting it on and I'm saying thank you. If Catherine gives me a hat like that, I'm saying thank you. I'm wearing it and I'm smiling big in the pictures. I'm not staring at it like it's, nuclear waste or something like Meghan and Harry did. All right, the next one. Royals keep their coats on in public. There are so many things of Catherine's that I love, but if I could raid her, royal coat closet, I would in a heartbeat. I'd start with that one on the far right, that blue one. Gorgeous. All of them are beautiful. I love them all so much. She always looks so beautiful in her coats. But apparently that's a thing. They talk about the keeping your hands free so you can interact with the public. Even if you're holding a bag, you're supposed to hold it, I believe it's your left hand, so that way you can shake hands and wave with your right, that sort of thing. So it's just, one of those protocols that they do, so that they're supposed to keep their coats on. Otherwise, you end up looking like this in photos. And while, it's just not something you or I would probably ever think about carrying around a coat, I understand why it's a rule, because it doesn't make sense in the photos. So here we have Meghan, just again, not adhering to traditions. Okay, this is another one I didn't know. Clutches only for formal occasions. So from what I could tell from my research, it seems like they match clutches with, not match in color. I just mean like clutches are meant to be worn at a formal occasion where you might wear a hat. And then otherwise it's handbags. You wouldn't wear a clutch typically in a less formal setting. Here we have Catherine looking, gorgeous as ever. I've always been a huge fan of that blue dress on the right. Looking gorgeous with her clutches. Again, she's donning a hat. It's a dressier occasion. She's dressed beautifully, and then she has her clutch here. Oh boy, where to begin? Okay, so we see a clutch, not a formal occasion. Dreadful outfit, by the way. I love black and white together, but this is just so poorly tailored and not fitting and seems to be wrinkled. So it's just kind of a mess. If you pan down further, the pants don't fit right. They hit almost at the shin. Very odd look, but decided to pair a clutch with it. Interesting. And here again, hair in a ponytail, no hat, so not necessarily a formal occasion. Oh, baby boy, this dress is just bad. It's one of her worst. And sporting a clutch. Okay, so then the next one is the no brightly colored nail varnish. So again, this is a more often than not thing. Occasionally you will see Catherine with bright colored nails, but more often than not, she sports that baby pink color that most of the royal women wear. I believe it's SE, and it's called ballet slippers. That's the one that was favored by Queen Elizabeth. So this is what you'll see in most photos of her, this baby pink, or like just almost like a clear varnish. Just the idea being not bright, right? Not distracting. Well, Meghan decided to go another way once again. Seeing as she didn't think that she'd have enough attention, going up on stage, crashing this event, the British, fashion designer event, wearing Givenchy, a French label, might I add, and wearing black, which is not, we'll get into that, it's not traditionally done, but for this kind of situation, one shoulder, and then doing this, cradling this bump the entire time, won't let go of it. Look at me, spotlights on her, just every kind of attention grab she could possibly do, including the black nail polish. This was gone into in depth, and I believe they talk about it in Revenge, but I think it was Courtiers that they went deeper into it, that at this point she was so just over everything, furious, not listening to the palace advisors at all, and didn't even tell her people that she only let like one person know of her team that she was going to do this. She didn't tell anybody else, as she didn't want to be stopped. She just wanted to do what she wanted to do without letting anybody else know. And so I believe all of this was obviously done on purpose, not just for the look at me, which is what she hoped to accomplish. It's more just about, being a spoiled brat. You don't want me to wear, a weird nail polish color? I'm putting on black nail polish, nail polish color, that kind of thing. Black dresses are for morning. I'm going to wear one on stage. British fashion designer, let me throw on something French. It just every possible thing she could do as a giant FU to the palace. I wanted to be sure to include Dum Dum Prince in one of these. Men should not have facial hair. Now, I will say, it happens, I know. But the Queen felt like beards were only appropriate in a handful of circumstances, and they needed to be very well trimmed, very neat, and it was only meant for things like when men were away with the armed forces. They were expected to be clean shaven when they get home. So here are some of my two favorite pictures of William and Catherine. I just think, she looks like a goddess in this dress. I've gone on and on about this dress. I love it so much. Just gorgeous, perfection, right? All right. So look at William. He's so handsome. I believe this was a velvet jacket that he wore. He just looks so handsome. Very clean cut, clean shaven. Here you go. Beautiful picture of the couple. Very happy. I love getting photos like this. I love when we get to see glimpses behind the scenes like this. And then we have this doofus and Dior. You guys, I can't even. He always looks like this now. Just unkempt, a mess, messy. He did when he was officially a working member of the royal family as well. But since then, he looks awful, right? And I tried to do mostly working photos, but I consider this working because he did go. This is at his dad's coronation. He looks like he slept in the suit. It didn't quite fit right. It didn't look right. He continued to make faces like this, and he couldn't even be bothered to clean up his facial hair to look like he put in any effort whatsoever. I just think he looks a mess. And here's the happy couple in their candid photo, right? She's always finding the camera, and he always looks like this. Okay, the next one, hats and headpieces for public outings. So the way I'm understanding it, if the occasion is considered formal during the daytime, the women are expected to wear hats. So I pulled some of my favorite hats of Catherine, looking gorgeous. I think that berry color really suits her, and like I said before, I'm partial to blue, so I had to pull that one. Look at her hair, look at the style. She looks beautiful, right? Gorgeous. Now let's talk about this. You know where I'm going with this. Okay, first and only royal outing with the Queen, right? And it's a big deal. All eyes on her. Now, the story behind the scenes, I believe this came from Lady C's book, was that the Queen's, dresser, somebody that was close to the Queen, let Meghan know that she was expected to wear a hat. Basically, the way they did it, they explained, is that the Queen's lady would tell Meghan's helper, the Queen will be wearing a hat, meaning Meghan should also be in a hat. It's that kind of situation. Well, Meghan threw a fit and decided she knows best, as per usual, did not wear a hat, and karma did the rest of its job. And we have tons of shots like this, which I can't find that funnier. You were told to wear a hat. You think you know better than everybody, even on your first outing. I'm telling you, I even said at the time, I've done videos about this, and I said, I don't care what the Queen told me to put on my head. I would do it. I would just do it because it's respect, right? You're there with the Queen. You don't know more than the Queen. She's been there. If she's telling you to wear a hat, you put on a damn hat. But here we have Meghan in photos like these because she can't be bothered. She thinks she knows better, and she ends up looking like this. All right. Hemlines should be modest and practical. Makes sense. All right. So you can see Catherine in a different style, dresses, skirts, all that. I will say when she was younger, the hemlines were a little shorter, but then, I don't know, as she's matured, they've come down. She looks gorgeous. It seems to make sense and be practical for moving around and not having any kind of wardrobe anything. But then you have Meghan. My goodness. Yeah, she just thinks the rules don't apply to her. Hemline up? Sure. Top of it pulled down? Why not, right? Messy. Why not? So on a royal tour? Yeah, no problem. Where's that hemline? Don't want to talk about it. You guys, so much going on here. And I understand that during royal tours, we often see the royals. Sometimes they'll dress down for certain things. You'll see William and Catherine hiking, that sort of thing. So I understand that they may have been dressed down here. I just don't think there's any need whatsoever for the slit up to the, where. Okay, the next one, subtle makeup only. So oftentimes they go for the minimal and understated look. So you have beautiful pictures like this where they have just that glow, right? She has a glow about her, but not heavy. You can see a little bit more around her eyes, but her lips are left a little bit more natural looking. Oh boy, where do we begin? Okay, holy bronzer. Yeah, she decided to go a different way. And if it was a one-time thing, I'd say, okay, maybe it was because it was an evening event. Of course, you're going to go a little heavier on makeup, but there's a lot going on here. Dark eyes, heavy bronzer, dark lips, a lot. Nothing takes the cake like this look. My goodness. There is a lot going on. I don't know much about makeup, but I always heard if you go heavy on the eyes, you don't go heavy on the lips, or if you do a bold lip, you go lighter on the eyes. Again, Meghan did not get that memo and decided to go heavy all over the place, including the bronzer. Here's a closer look at the eye makeup if you wanted to see it. Yep. And how come nobody told her about clear eyelash glue? I'll never understand that. There are several pictures where you can see the white glue. And I just think, okay, so she really did piss off everybody and probably did her own makeup here. Thought she knew best. Okay, the next one. Only wear black at funerals or memorial weekends. Now, that seems to be the general rule, with the exception of evening wear. I'll overlook that because they've both worn black to evening events. I get it. I'm somebody who loves to wear black, so I get that. But I guess for royals, it tends to be that they save it for mourning. Here we have Catherine wearing this beautiful black dress. Of course, this was for the Queen. And that infamous walkabout that Meghan and Harry tried to spoil. But then we have Meghan, who went a completely different way. You guys, there was more than one wedding. This is a wedding she went to. More than one wedding where she's seen wearing black. Oh, and her bra's hanging out. Nice, huh? Look at the people around her. Look at the people in the background. Colorful outfits. You can clearly see it. This is a wedding. Nope. Meghan decided she'd wear black. All right, the next one. Shoes should always be neat and tidy. Can you imagine where we're going with this one? So again, beautiful blue dress on Catherine and wearing nude heels. It's important to keep your shoes tidy. Again, you're being photographed from every angle, so there's that. Now let's take a look at what's going on with Meg. Yikes, right? Not good. This is why they encourage you to keep your shoes tidy, because otherwise you end up with photographs like this covered in mud. All right, royal ladies should wear tights for formal occasion. Now, for my American friends, when I hear tights, I think those black tights, winter tights. But they seem to mean the sheer tights as well, aka pantyhose, as we would call them. So here we have Catherine in 3 occasions wearing the nude/sheer tights. And we have this. You guys, this is before Meghan weaponized her spray tan. Yeah, no, just doing her own thing here. Who cares about protocol? I do what I want, right? So we have this here, and I had to include, of course, sweet little baby Princess Charlotte and the infamous row over the tights for Charlotte. Catherine had reminded Meghan that is something that royal women/girls are expected to do, and Meghan didn't give a crap about anybody but herself and was looking for a reason to fight, so we all know how that turned out, right? We're going to have a little fun. That's right. Meghan is here. She is going to assist us in a game called How Much Did That Stupid Outfit Cost? Oh, I'm excited to dive into this one. So, Megan here is going to be helping us with some briefcase work to tell us how much each stupid outfit costs, and I can't wait to dive into it. So, to come up with the cost of each outfit, I used my friend Insider, Elle Magazine, and, well, my best friend, the good old fashioned Googles, to figure out a rough estimate of what we're talking about. I tried to get the closest price I could find. Sometimes one article would say one thing, another article would say another. You get the drift. We're going to get close. Here we go. We're going in order from least expensive ridiculousness to the most expensive ridiculousness and everything in between. You ready? Let's dive in. Maggie, you ready? Yeah! Nothing to see here, acting totally normal at the garden party for King Charles. So, she's wearing a dress by, I'm not making this up, it's called Goat. Go ahead and insert your jokes there. I can hear you laughing too. So, do we want to take a guess as to how much this thing costs, huh? Any guesses? Start thinking. All right, so I have the answer in dollars. Ready, Megan? Shall we? $988. That's right. This is the cheapest one on the list. Don't worry, they'll get more ridiculous as we go. Yep, for the low price of $988, you can act like an immature, spoiled brat too, complete with sticking out your tongue like a 4-year-old. So then I thought after each look, I wanted to talk shoes. So these are by Tamara Mellon. These are $611. Side note, Tamara Mellon is really interesting. If you don't know anything about her, she was part of Jimmy Choo until she split off, and now she's Tamara Mellon. But she has a memoir, In My Shoes, that I've read twice, actually. It's pretty darn good. So if you ever want to talk about that one, happy to do so. All right. Sorry, Meg. Let's get back into your horrible looks. All right. Next, shall we discuss this horrible look right here? Megan seriously never met like a trench dress that she didn't love. So this one is a midi-length House of Noni. That's the name of the designer. She wore it to the Nelson Mandela exhibit. This one is, any guesses? Thank you, Megan. $1,132. Again, when I say these prices, I'm not talking jewelry. I'm only talking dress. So there's that dress in its hideous form. I hate this dress so much, you guys. I hate it. When I was Googling it, it actually says it's kind of a pink trench dress, which makes me hate it even more. So this one was paired with Dior heels. The heels themselves run $745 just for a plain pair of heels. Really? I can't tell anything interesting about them. $745. All right, moving right along with Megan there. Wow. We go on to the yellow dress. Now, funny side note, with these dresses, to keep them all straight when I was taking notes, because I have a million notes on all of them, I gave them each a nickname. So the first dress that we saw, I named Tongue Out. Second dress, I named Stupid Trench. This one, I call the banana dress. So let's take a look at the banana dress. So this was worn to a Commonwealth Youth reception. How much do we think that this one went for? Any guesses? Huh? Megan, shall we tell them? All right. $2,032. Again, just the dress, not any of the accessories or anything else, just the dress. Okay. So yeah, for a low price of $2,032, you can look like a banana too. I also love to remind everybody that this is the same woman that said she wasn't allowed to wear bright colors. Just think about that. So with this dress, she paired it with Manolo Blahniks. These are $849. All right, Megan, here we go. Stay classy. Let's get more expensive. Here we go. All right. So let's take a look at this outfit. So this emerald outfit was worn to a Dublin reception. So the top and skirt are by her beloved Givenchy. And here we are again. Closer look. Again, I just don't see much going on with it. I actually don't hate the color. I just don't think there's much to this outfit. How much do you think she spent? Any guesses? $2,159. That's right. That's right. This is separates. It's just a shirt and a skirt. $2,159. She paired these with some shoes by Paul Andrew that cost $850. There you go. All right, Megan, we're still spending more each and every outfit. What's next? Ooh, the horrible Lion King. One of my personal, favorites? Least favorites? I hate this dress so much. It's horrible. I just don't understand how you mess up a little black dress this bad. And I even said before the mesh could have been interesting, but it's pulling across the top. It's not fitted right to her, and it just hangs weird, and she looks uncomfortable wearing it. Oh, what's your guess? What did she spend on just the outfit? $2,431. That's just for that stupid dress. $2,431. And she paired it with these shoes, which are one of her favorite shoe brands, Aquazzara. I hope I'm saying that right. And you guys, do you know what these shoes are called? Try to hold back the vomit. Portrait of a Lady. Yeah. These cost $986. All right, Meghan, looking like a ho, ho, ho. I can resist. Okay, let's go into the next horrible look. Again, one of my least favorites. I don't even know how to say that. One of my least favorites ever. Get a bra. I hate this dress so much. Okay, I called this one my gray boobs dress. Gray boobs dress is by Roland Mouret. She wore it to a meeting in Ireland, I should say. How much did this sucker cost? Any guess? Meghan, will you do the honors? $2,689 for this dress. Can you believe it? Can't even wear the right bra under it. Wears a $2,689 dress. It's shapeless like her wedding dress. It's wild, right? With this dreadful look, she paired up some Paul Andrew shoes for $848. I'm guessing in that gravel, it was probably a mistake. All right, Meghan, what's next? What you gonna show us? Stay classy. Here we go. Ooh, another dreadful outfit. I hate this one so much. This is the one where she gives Harry the death stare under this stupid hat. All right, this is a white dress, obviously. I actually named it Stupid White Dress. It's by Givenchy. Why not? She wore it to Royal Ascot. Any guesses how much this one goes for? Just the dress, just the t-shirt dress. My God. Any guesses? Meghan, care to show them? All right, $3,097. Just for that stupid wrinkled mess t-shirt dress. What are we doing? Wow. Awful. She paired it up with some Balenciaga shoes. Controversial. They go for $1,247. All right, Meghan, what you got next? I'm sighing. I'm sure it's going to be terrible. Here we go. Ooh, suit. I actually wrote it as stupid suit. Again, worn in Ireland. This one was on a sports tour. So she was going around to sports arenas, I guess. I don't know. Dreadful. It actually could have been okay, but no tailoring, wrinkled messy. You know, I had to do it. Dreadful. What are we doing? What does this look? Just for the suit? Ready? $4,483 for a suit. My God. Okay, so yeah, it can be yours for the low price of $4,483. I mean, why tailor it or have it pressed nicely when you can just wear a wrinkled mess for $4,483? This was paired with some Sarah Flint shoes for $482. All right, Meghan, I'm scared of what's next. What else you got? Here we go. All right. This one in my notes is called Stupid Double Button Outfit. Yeah, so Stupid Double Button Outfit is by Prada. She wore it for a Commonwealth reception. Any guesses on how much this one costs, huh? I'm sure it's totally reasonable, right? No, it's really not. It's awful. Stupid double button outfit could be yours for the low cost of $8,000 for a single outfit. $8,000. Sure. Why wouldn't you want to look like this for $8,000? I can't stop yelling that to the mic. $8,000. This was paired with some Aquazzura. I don't know. Jay calls it Aqua Velva. I don't know. Those shoes for $1,089. Meghan, you're getting more ridiculous as we go. What's next? Well, we got the Trooping the Color outfit. That's right. This is Carolina Herrera, made famous by South Park, We Want Privacy. As I call it, she's wearing her Frisbee hat. Any guesses on how much this stupid outfit costs? Huh? No? All right, $8,000. That's right. This one is also said to cost $8,000 just for the clothes. Not counting stupid hat, and we didn't get a look at the shoes that day. Oh man, I'm sure they were ridiculous. All right, Meghan, what you got next? Ooh, I can feel it. She's wearing her stupid ceiling fan hat. That's right. Take a look at this outfit. This one is by Dior. To me, it has no shape, nothing to it. Again, not tailored right, doesn't quite hang right, looks a little crazy, and I don't like those heels paired with it. Any guesses on this one? Again, I think of that Lion King dress. It gives her no shape. Any guesses? How much is this one? This one was worn to an RAF 100 event. Any guesses how much it costs? $10,000. $10,000 for Dior. Okay. She also wore Dior shoes with it, and those are said to cost $2,000. There you go. Again, tell me what's special about these shoes. They just look, I don't know, like a basic pair of heels. Side note, when I was doing research on this outfit, I found out that these earrings here she's wearing are by Cartier, and they're said to cost $100,000. You're welcome. Meghan, this is awful. What else you got? All right, so now we have the stupid bird's dress. I said before, I actually don't hate the silhouette. I just hate this dress. It's really bad from the side there where you can really tell that it's like, I don't know. I just don't like this dress at all. I think the birds are weird. But any guesses on how much this costs? Oscar de la Renta, worn on her tour through Australia. Megan Pooh, go ahead and tell us how much that costs. $12,816. Whew. Yikes. Yeah, so if you want to pay nearly $13,000, this bird can fly right into your closet for you. Again, paired with some Aquazara shoes, these go for $750. I think it would have been funnier if the shoes had wings on them too. All right, Megan, what's next in this ridiculous list? Oh, okay, here we go. Her engagement dress. We've had lots of discussions about this. This one is by Ralph and Russo, used for, from what I could tell, just these two pictures, because those are the only two that I've seen come out from it and never to be heard of again. Ralph and Russo, how much is this dress? Again, I've heard conflicting reports. I'm going with what Elle magazine is reporting. What are we guessing? For the dress alone, $75,000. Woo! That's, how do you lose the value of money so much that you think it's totally fine just to wear this for some pictures? Yikes. I said before, I actually don't hate the top of this dress. It's totally inappropriate for the royal family. I get it. It doesn't make sense here. I'm just saying in general, I don't hate the top of this dress. Hate the bottom of this dress. I don't understand why they paired these up together. It's like Ice Capades meets fur. I don't get it. And unfortunately, because it is covered in fur at the bottom, it hangs down. I was not able to figure out what shoes she was wearing for this. So I don't have a report on this. But yeah, I think maybe she was barefoot. $75,000 for the stupid dress. Ooh, you ready for this awful one? Meghan, why don't you show us what you blew a shitload of money on? Here we go. You guys, it's the caftan. I hate this one so much. This is the Dior caftan. It was worn to British ambassador's reception. She paired it with some gold heels, and oh, I hate it so much. Make it stop. It's awful. Sure you heard stories about this one. How much did she spend? Any guesses? I'll give you a hint. It's part of its name is, when you Google it, it says bespoke, so you know it's going to be stupid expensive. How much is it? Meghan, care to do the honors? $120,000. $120,000. What in the hell? And if you want to get specific here, it's like a maternity caftan. So what are you going to rewear it a lot for $120,000? Like, what am I looking at? It's awful. I hate it. Make it stop. And this was paired up with some gold Dior heels that go for, I couldn't find the exact price of these ones, but I think it tends to be around $1,000. All right, Meghan has her surprise mouth apparently, and she is ready to play this game. So right out of the gate, this is her attending her first Royal Variety performance. It was in November in London. So this top is by, I'll never be able to say it right, Safaya, I think, Safiyyaa. And we're only talking the top because nobody knows where she got the skirt from. I guess Safaya isn't claiming that one. But let's take a look at this top. How much for the bathing suit top? I've actually said it before. I wouldn't mind this if it was in Hawaii or like a bathing suit, but it does not make sense for November in London. So how much? How much do you think she spent? The top costs $1,149, and the question marks are because we don't know anything about the skirt. That's right, nearly, $1,200 for this shirt that I'm sure she'll wear again over and over. And so many people have pointed out she's boxy. It's just not a good look on her. And I have to agree with you. I just don't think it makes any sense at all. Now, these will be increasing in price tag as we go along, so get ready to get even more stupid. Also, I like to comment on the shoes after each one. I just didn't have any information on the one she just wore. Okay, let's get into the next one. All right, I hate this one so much. I've talked about it at length before, but here she's wearing a white floral dress while visiting a nursing and care home. And I would like to point out that it is December, and she's wearing this. Sure. So this is a midi-length dress from Brock collection. And how much do we think she spent on this? Oh my gosh, you guys, I hate this dress so very much. All right, this stupid thing was $1,480. Can you imagine? Oh, I wouldn't hate it so bad if it was the summer maybe, and if it was fitting right and not a wrinkled mess, but yikes. Once again, completely missing the mark. I don't understand what this look is she was going for. Here are the shoes she inexplicably paired with this dress. They are taupe. Okay. They are Aquazzara, and what's funny about that is, remember, that's what allegedly she was accused. We don't know. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. No, that's the story. That's how the story goes, is that it was Aquazzara shoes that magically were taken off set by somebody, possibly her. We don't know. It wasn't this exact pair, but it was Aquazzara that was alleged that were removed, and it was on I believe the Reitman shoot back when she was still in Canada. But I don't understand pairing a taupe shoe with that black and white monstrosity dress and a gray coat. It doesn't make sense to me. All right, you ready for the next one? Again, one of my all-time least favorite looks. Take a look at this. She really loves giant buttons down the front of her outfits because we see that quite a bit. But here, this was April, and she wore this belted pinstripe dress by Altazura, while attending the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting. How much do we think she spent on this? And believe me, when I say she spent, I want to remind you I'm not under any delusion that she spent a penny of her own money and that she paid for any of it. From what I've understood, it comes out of the Duchy of Cornwall account. How much do you think she spent on this one? That's right, $1,995. So basically $2,000, you can look like a pinstriped, wrinkled mess too. You can just throw your coat wherever, drape your purse across you, and there you go. By the way, side note, when I was looking into this outfit, that jacket she just threw over her shoulders, yeah, that jacket cost $700. It was a Camilla and Mark blazer. All right, and then on to the shoes. We got Strappy Heels by Tamara Mellon, $475. All right, ready for the next one? Oh, I hate it. Make it stop, make it stop. Here we go. So she attended this Coach Core Awards and pretended to play basketball to pretend to have a personality. But I want you to really look at this top. Just look at all the layers and the fabric. And I actually love dark blue, so I'm drawn to the color, but that's where my fascination with this thing stops. How much was spent, and I'm only talking top here, how much was spent to get to look like you got stuck in an elevator door? $2,290. That's right, $2,290. You too can have shards of fabric hanging off of you like this. So this was by Oscar de la Renta, and she paired it with a pair of $700 trousers by Altazura. All right, Megan, show us what's next. You guys get ready for this one. You ready? All right, well, first of all, look at the stance. What's happening here? Why are we standing like this? What am I looking at? This was an Antonio Berardi, I think, tuxedo dress with a double-breasted design. So this was worn to her trip to Auckland, New Zealand. What do you think? How much do you think was spent on this dress? Again, I don't hate the color. I just think it looks messy. The bottom, it's like the top and bottom don't go together. How much for this dress, you think? Ready? $2,695. So almost $3,000 for this outfit, this look, I'm not sure what's going on. I'm still distracted by her legs. What's happening there? And I don't have information on the shoes. I did my best to try to research, but all I can say is I'm sure she spent a piss ton on them, but they look dirty. Come on, Meghan, you can do better than that. What else you got for us? Oh, she upped her game here. Whew. This is a floral, if you can call it that, gown by Carolina Herrera. Again, same maker of the awful red dress that we all talk about with all, that she was worn not too long ago. Might want to step away from Carolina Herrera here. It's just an awful look. It just does nothing. It's shapeless. It's a bed sheet wrapped around you. All right, this was worn in Morocco. How much for this dress? That's right, $2,990. Light blue silk chiffon dress. Oh, I hate it. $3,000 for a bed sheet. Make it stop. All right, Meghan, what else you got in that briefcase? All right, so this was worn while visiting Canada House in March 2019. This is a bespoke, when you hear that, you know it's going to be expensive, Erdem, I hope I'm saying that right, coat and dress. What do we think she spent? Any guesses? You ready? Oh, it's ridiculous. Here we go. All right. For the coat and dress, it's estimated to have cost $4,330. You guys, I can't even. $4,300 for that? Really? And then it was paired with a pair of 750 Aquazzura pumps. Oh, Meghan, you dropped your briefcase. Oh, it's just so you could pose like this. So we were just talking about bed sheets, so why not talk about this piece of crap? This was Oscar de la Renta dress worn to a wedding, and boy, does she look happy to be there. You guys, this is one of the worst outfits I've ever seen. My grandmother wouldn't even wear this outfit. I might be able to find these sheets in my grandmother's house, though, but seriously, look at this outfit, look at the messy hair, look at the fascinator, I guess that is, the headband. It's horrible. I had tons of you say that you think it's a wad of toilet paper in her hair, and that's what's going on. How much for that? $4,901. My goodness, I hate it so much. How can you lose the value of money so much that you think it's totally fine to spend $5,000, well, of somebody else's money, on an outfit like this? This is horrendous. And as I've said many a times, it just shows me that she has no good girlfriends, because nobody would let you out of the house looking like this. You'd be like, what are you wearing? What's going on here? What is this look? She really likes Aquazzura shoes because she's wearing them here, and it's pointed out that these are the same shoes she wore at her wedding reception, and the fact that she's traipsing through the grass in them, well, that tells me what she thinks of that. All right, Meghan, you're staring at us pretty intensely there. It's giving me the creeps. What else you got for us? All right, so here she's wearing a large, ready for the word? Again, bespoke Gucci coat. How much for the big Gucci coat? The big black nondescript Gucci coat. Any guesses? Yeah. Aim high. It's expensive and totally, I mean, what is she going to rewear this thing? I doubt it. You know what I mean? It's just ridiculous. Just a ridiculous waste of, I don't know. Don't even get me started. Anyway, okay, what for the big dumb coat? How much? $5,112. You guys, I can't. $5,000 for a coat. Sure. Look at it. Totally going to wear that again, right? Meghan, what's going on? You brought all your friends out. Well, you don't have any friends, but you brought all the girls out that you probably ghosted. But how come? Something big must be happening. You guys, this and that stupid strappy red dress, I think, are my two least favorite outfits. It's shocking how bad this one is. And we can barely see it because she's sitting down. But wait till you see it from other angles. This is the hat where I said it looks like she taped her scissors to the side of it so she wouldn't lose them. So this was a Trooping the Color in 2019. She wore a navy blue Givenchy oversized cape coat and dress. You really can't see it too much from this angle, but I'm going to see if I can find a better picture. Here you go. Look at this. Look, she's paired a look at me smirk with this stupid outfit. It looks like a hospital gown. It's horrendous. And the gloves and the hat. And she obviously thinks she looks fantastic. And it's one of the dumbest things I've ever seen. She's obviously very proud of herself and she keeps finding the camera. Look at me. I just can't with this. I really can't. She's not even standing up. I can't even tell the shape of it, but I can tell it has no shape. It's just draped on her. $5,753. Absolutely ridiculous for this. Look how proud she is in her hospital gown and her scissor hat. $5,753. I cannot with these prices. If that's my second least favorite look, well, we're on to my all-time least favorite look. And I've been trying to pull looks from when she was actually in the royal family, but you guys, I could not discuss this outfit. Look at this. My God. We have super smug in this outfit. She sure thinks she looks fantastic. What is with this dress? There is no oh my God, that facial expression, you guys, I can't. There's no fit. It doesn't make any sense. And you guys, I found another new picture of this dress. Wait for it. Wait for it. Here you go. Look, it makes the boobs look even weirder. What am I looking at? What is this dress? It looks like pants that you wrapped a sheet around or even like a duvet around. I will never understand this dress, and it makes me mad to look at it. So yeah, it's hugely voluminous on the bottom, and then whatever the heck is going on the top, it's like Mickey Mouse ears. I don't understand it. It's a horrible, but you guys, how much on this monstrosity? How much was spent on this thing? $6,723 to look this stupid. And again, I ask you, is this an outfit she'll be re-wearing again? Doubt it. Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad. I don't understand. I know she has zero taste, but you're telling me all those people fitting her in the Netflix documentary didn't say, oh, no. This isn't it. No. I'm just stunned by this and not in a good way. It's horrible. I'm nervous laughing because I don't know what else to say. While researching, I tried to figure out what shoes, not sure the maker, but look, she paired up dark red heels, you guys. Dark red heels with this dress that it just doesn't make sense. I hate it. Make it stop. I need to go wash out my eyeballs and brain after looking at all this stuff.